hedonism makes sense. It does. Living for your own pleasure, doing stuff just because it feels good, because it makes you happy, indulging that impulse in yourself. I'm drinking tea today. I don't really like tea, but I'm doing it. It's not very hedonistic. Ethical hedonism, I think an argument can be made for that, and that's a way to live, and a good one. Probably better than what I do by a lot. And what would that look like? What would ethical hedonism look like? It basically, you seek and live for your own pleasure, but you would never do so at the expense of somebody else. So you take what's offered. You don't just take, right? And I think that could be worked into a life philosophy, and it would be pretty good. And people would be pretty happy, and you'd be a likable person that people would want to have around. I don't live that way, man. I don't got any, no part of me is wired like that. So last night when I got home from work, I had done my workout. I wasn't feeling great. My body hurt. I had complaints, but I was feeling guilty about being a little bitch boy. So I just did another workout. I just did another one. I did all that knees over toes, leg stuff. And after that, I got carried away, and I didn't film any of it. I just wanted to punish myself. I think it's for being weak and soft and going easy. And today I am punished. I'm not feeling great yet again. This is a little cycle I'm on. This is a little thing that happens to me from time to time. I suspect it happens to you too. I suspect we all do it to ourselves in little ways. Hedonism's a nice idea. And certainly we've all encountered people who are hedonistic. But no part of me is interested in living like that. I look at it from a distance, and in a snapshot I can think, oh, that seems fun. But it's just an image. It's just a snapshot, like any longer than a second. And I'm kind of disgusted by it. And I could never do it. I could never pursue meaning there. That's why we're all different. God made us all in wondrous variety and whatnot. Yeah? So I got to squat, and I got to do something else, and I don't know what else. I'm gonna play it a little bit by feel. Try to see what my body's offering, and then probably push it too hard again. We'll see, right? I mean, hey. We all got to answer to ourselves at the end of the day. That's the point of this talk. You got to do what's right by you. You put your head on that pillow when you're all alone at the end of the night, and your brain starts asking you questions about what you did and why you did it. You got to have answers, No one can save you from that. So, cheers. Good morning. Squat every day. Joe in real life. All of that. Let's go squat. Let's go do it. The hedonistic hamster wheel, right? And I'm always nervous about coming off as judgy when I say stuff like that. And I know I backpedaled like 3 times in the introduction, but I don't think I'm better. I'm certain I'm not, in fact. I did the hedonist shuffle for a long time. I spent the better part of a decade trying to drink myself to death. And, well, I suppose putting down the drink and putting down hedonism went hand in hand. That wasn't the plan. It just kind of ended up working that way. And now I find it repulsive. I mean, so repulsive that like a day like yesterday, when I definitely didn't have the oomph for a second workout, I didn't have the oomph for my first workout, I felt bullied by this sort of guilt and shame to get in there and do one anyway. And yeah, I paid for it today. I mean, front squats, pause at the bottom. I worked up to my daily minimum in the front squat. That's 155, and called it. I did some mobility work. I did my run. I did my breath work. But that's it, man. You know, I've owed deadlifts for 4 days now, and I just can't do it. And like, if I'd been smart yesterday, I probably could do it today. My hand's healed. I got a nice little cut on it from that last oyster roast I worked. But man, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird kind of being a slave to these drivers and impulses inside of us, you know? I would do anything, say anything to get fucked up and get laid. And now it seems like I'm compelled to be in my garage slinging weight. And then I find the version of me that I used to be shameful and disgusting. Which, I just got to be clear, man, it doesn't mean that if you live that way, I find you that way, because I definitely don't. And I think that those compulsive drives are equally bad. In yoga, we call it samskara, the thought and behavior patterns that lead us to a negative place, you know? But it's even more than that. It's any thought and behavior pattern. Because on a long enough timeline, even your most nutritious behavior patterns will lead you somewhere not cool. That's just how temporal shit works, I think. I'm swearing a lot today. I don't know, I'm feeling fiery. Anyway, this one's a wash. I gotta go to work soon. I'm more than a little grumpy about it. I gotta get some food in me and get to it. This is Joe in real life. I love you guys. Be good to each other today. And don't let me bring you down if that's sort of what happened. You know, life ultimately is good. And we're lucky to have these skins to roll around in. I'll see you tomorrow.